Facebook Live is active. It should be. And we all have dogs and children and husbands, so please excuse any sound that you may hear in the background. We're all at home. We're all just partying in our kitchen. And my name is Taina. My website is tainamix.com. And I organized this session, and I'm very thrilled to be joined by wonderful ladies. Let's start with Sandra from the South Bay. Can you say hi, Sandra?
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Taina, for the introduction. I'm so happy to be here.
Excellent. Next, what are you going to do for us? Give us a teaser.
I'm going to be making a drink that looks like a plant.
Okay, a plant drink. Sounds healthy.
It is not.
That's good. Next up is Roslaine, not from Brazil, but from Santa Monica. Hi, Roslaine.
Hi, how are you? Yes, I'm from Brazil, but I'm here in Santa Monica. I will prepare a DALGONA coffee. It's like a frappe coffee in Greece, and it's delicious, and you really enjoy it, I'm sure.
Excellent. Awesome. And next up is Gwen. We'll switch over to Australia or the Valley. Gwen?
Hi,
Can
yes.
you say hi? What do you have planned for us?
Well, I'm going to show everyone what to do when you have a jug of chocolate. So
it looks a little dark. Can you see? Okay.
The chocolate.
Good.
I'm going to give you a tip as to what to do with that leftover chocolate.
Do you mean rather than do a pre-wash and wash it all away? Okay.
Yeah, we're going to do a different way.
I suspect you'll do a different wash.
It's good because we are always learning, right?
Exactly, exactly. And last up in our little round is Amy. Amy, welcome. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited. I'm going to be making a famous Cuban cocktail. I'll see if you guys can guess.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Sounds hot. This is all of us. You can reach all of us as your consultants. I will send an email out to everybody with all of your consultants' information and with all the recipes. But throughout the session, I will share it in the Zoom. And we'd love to get your feedback. We'd love to get your questions. We'd love to see you if you want to show your face. So please interact with us. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you'd like to see. And then we'll tell you a little bit more about the Thermomix in case you do not have one yet. But I'm so curious to see what Sandra is planting. So Sandra, floor is yours.
Let's go. So I'm going to be using two cook-I-do recipes for this. The first one is the whipped cream that I made this morning using heavy whipped cream. And again, I made it this morning and look at this consistency, it's perfect. So the other one we're going to be making, it's going to be the base of our drink, is the strawberry milkshake. It has a little bit of a twist because more than, besides the strawberries, I'm going to be using cherries. So I'm just going to start cooking, and I'm going to add my fresh strawberries and some frozen cherries. Next, I'm going to be adding some vanilla ice cream. I've already rolled it out so it's nice and fat. It's not a block of ice cream. Then I'm going to be using some ice cubes, just plain ice cubes in here. Next goes some sugar because there's not enough in the ice cream. There we go. And finally, we're going to end with some milk, whole milk. As you can see, I'm doing half the recipe, half of the ingredients, because this recipe is for 6. I'm just doing half of it. Now I'm just gonna cover my Thermomix with the lid, And I'm gonna be blending this at speed 7 for 1 minute. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna mute myself so Taina can tell you more.
I have an iPad and a computer and 2 mice. And now it froze. Okay. So while, can you hear me? Can you hear me? No? Yeah? Okay. Why don't I hear you now? Okay. So while Sandra is blending her delicious drink, I have already posted it in the Zoom chat. So the recipe is there for the whipped cream and also for her strawberry drink. And so thank you for everybody who replied to what your favorite drink is. And I have to say that the margarita won by far. We won't have a margarita for you today, but it's nice to see that some are looking for an inspiration, and that's exactly what we want to do, is we want to provide the inspiration here. So yours is done?
It's done. Look how fast that was, just 1 minute. Here's my pretty pink drink.
Ooh, yummy. No colorants added.
Nothing. It's fruit. So here's what I'm gonna do to make it a little bit more fun. I'm gonna get my whipped cream, a few spoons. Just gonna softly drop it on top. Gently. Okay. So I'm adding these because I need some extractor to add the soil to plant my plant. Okay. So I have that, and I have crushed some Oreo cookies. So now it looks like some soil.
And I assume you have just blitzed them in the Thermomix to get that consistency.
Yeah, I whipped these whipped cream on the Thermomix, and these the crumble I had my kid just smash it with a rolling pin, and she had a lot of fun.
That's a good idea too.
Just adding this in here. So you have a little terrain, and then you can cut your little plant. Let's call it mint plant. Fresh, and you plant it there, and you get a little strawberry to let everybody know. Now I have my really, really cute drink over here.
Super cute.
And I'm just gonna be drinking while I'm enjoying everybody else's cooking.
We need a picture of it though too, Sandra. So don't drink all of it. We need a picture of it for later. And wouldn't this be a great idea, thinking ahead when kids' birthdays are a thing again, where kids actually meet in a room, to have like a garden birthday, and you'll serve this as the drink, or you have the kids make the drink. Wouldn't that be memorable?
You can have different little plants to put, teach the kids how some plants are edible. You could add some edible flowers if you want to make it fancier, and just play with food. That's what I love about Thermomix, is that it allows you to be extra creative with little work, extra, I don't know, you just can be extra at home without the hassle and the work. Yeah. Excellent.
And I have 2 questions for you, Sandra. What would you say is one of your favorite meals that you make in the Thermomix?
Yeah, one gotta be risotto.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is the pizza dough that we make weekly.
Two basics that you can spice up to any flavor.
We love changing the risotto, adding some zucchini or bacon, or if it's unseasoned, pumpkin, or even a shrimp.
And what's your favorite function?
We really like the sous vide mode.
Okay.
That opened a whole new world of opportunities for us. And also the steaming mode. I'm getting really into Chinese cooking and making our own dumplings and things like that. So I love that I can make the dough and then the filling and then cook it everything at once here in the Thermomix.
Perfect. So much inspiration. Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you.
We will switch over to Roslaine. who is doing the amazing, I always say Delgado, but that's wrong.
Dalgona,
right?
Dalgona coffee, yes.
Dalgona coffee.
Yeah, I already started warming my milk because I need 4 minutes and I don't want to make you spend 4 minutes doing this. And I just now take the milk and look how beautiful. I don't know, I don't want to split here with the foam on the top. And now I put here. What I like the Thermomix is because you don't need to know how to do it. The Thermomix tell you step by step what to do. You just put next and go, and now rinse the bowl. And I will prepare one coffee. I lived in Greece for many years, and this in Greece they call frappe coffee. You use instant coffee and sugar, and I will show you now. We will use the butterfly to put here in the middle, and we put 50 grams of water. And what I like the Thermomix, you don't need to measure, but I did this before for you. And we go next. And now just to warm a little bit. 1 minute and 30 seconds. We keep the water warm, and after we add the coffee and the sugar, and we create a very, very amazing spoon, and we put on the top of the milk, and it's really good. It's the best thing that you can do in Greece in the afternoon to spend time with your friends. Like here we drink hot coffee or iced coffee. Normally in Greece, they put ice before, and after they put this cream and the milk on the top and mix together, and it's really, really good. I need 50 seconds more, and I can show you, don't go a lot of sugar. Just, I have here 60 grams of sugar, and I have 40 grams of coffee. This is for 4 people, and it's very strong. Don't try to drink this after 5 p.m. because you stay like this all night long. Like I prepared yesterday, and oh my God, at 2 a.m. I was my eyes like this, what is going on? And I reminded that was the coffee.
Okay. Roslaine, have you tested different water temperatures? Doesn't make a difference if you're using hot water or cold water?
No, don't make difference. It's all the same.
Doesn't make a difference?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
And here
because I was always thinking, because it's the soluble coffee powder, I was always thinking, well, you have to use the hot water in order to dissolve it. Okay.
Thank you. In Brazil, we love this coffee. We do this. I remember we put in a cup sugar, the coffee, and with a spoon, you just make the cream, and it's really good.
Mm.
Now
so
you just go next.
The Greece and the Brazilians are getting along.
Yes, yes. And now, in 2 minutes, now you keep the temperature here, but don't need to be hot. And while we just add the milk, the cup, can you see here? No. Let me put down. I put that too. And you can put a little bit of the foam. It's delicious. And
I love your glasses, Roslaine. Those glasses are perfect for this string. Beautiful.
Look how beautiful.
Mm.
And you can put the milk here and the cream on the top, and you will see how amazing it will be. And the taste is really good. The total is like 1 minute and 30 seconds or 2 minutes making the cream. And if you never try it, I think that's very good. We can make this cream and just add hot water, and you have the black coffee. And it's really good because you have the cream on the top. It's almost there.
So Roslaine, what like alcoholic additions could you think of? Maybe.
What do you think?
Maybe a little bit of Bailey's? No.
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 Have to add with this one?
Yes.
Maybe we can use the Gwen Kahlua to add a little bit in the middle of the coffee.
Oh, okay.
I think that's
The
a good
coffee
idea.
liqueur.
Or maybe a little Baileys, and you can have a little the chocolate flavor. I think it's a good idea too.
What about whiskey and make it kind of like an Irish coffee?
Maybe is one more idea. I think that we can try it. Why not?
And the beautiful thing with the recipe development, they're always continuing to do recipes.
Yes.
So whenever you, dear viewers, have any suggestions, then please forward it to us or to our recipe development team, and your recipe may end up in Cook I Do.
Yes. One thing that I like is that with Thermomix, you never, it's not a difficulty. I think that is one thing that is very good because you have so many options. And one day you can cook Indian food, the other day Mexican food, the other day French food, the other day Spanish food. And you don't need to know how to do it. It's just to choose the recipe and follow the steps. And look, the cream.
Yummy.
And now it's just.
And now your neighbors are going to be excited to receive the drink, unless you want to be awake until 2 a.m. again today. Yes. Or there is decaf, so you could do decaf.
You can do decaf. Yes.
Instant powder, instant coffee.
And let me show you to use my spoon. And look. You have the cream on the top. And if you have a straw, you just do this. And you can mix. And it's amazing.
Sounds
so I don't
good.
drink now. I wait for later. Okay.
It looks delicious. Thank you.
Yes.
And that has been quite a craze, that coffee. So now you don't have to spend $5, $6 on it. You can just whip it up yourself. And once we're allowed to have people in our house, invite your neighbor for I want to say Dalgona.
Dalgona, yes, Dalgona coffee.
Dalgona coffee, and surprise them. You know, it's really a treat. So thank you for demonstrating that for us.
Okay.
Great inspiration. Thank you,
When is your
Roslaine.
time? Yes.
Yes, talking about Kahlua. The Kahlua lady, Gwen, is in the house. Gwen, can you go off mute?
Right, I'm off mute. I'm so lucky I've been on mute because my dog has been barking for 18 minutes.
Oh, Jesus.
How long she can shut up. She's watching now. Okay, so I promised you a little tip for my drink. I don't know how many times you use your Thermomix to make chocolate, but if you're making, well, what I made actually, and it is a recipe on the Cook I Do, so I can show it to you later. I can share it with you later, Taina. But chocolate-coloured strawberries, it was Valentine's Day. And so you've got all of this leftover chocolate in the bottom of the jug. And instead of cleaning it out and, you know, trying to salvage it or licking it and giving it to the kids, there's still plenty to be had. But I've got a little tip for you. Add a cup of milk or however much you think, you know, how much chocolate you've got. Usually you will have kind of used your spatula to get rid of most of the chocolate on the bottom. So it really just does need to be all the chocolate that's left over. It doesn't need to be a lot of chocolate unless you like it ultra rich. And then you just pour a glass of milk or a couple of glasses, depending. I'm using almond milk. You can use, of course, full cream milk, but you can actually use almond milk and oat milk. This is actually oat milk. You can use almond milk as well. It works perfectly fine. Pop the lid on, 5 minutes, 80 degrees Celsius, or I think that's about 185 Fahrenheit on your settings, 5 minutes. And that's just going to whip up, warm up the jug and make a hot chocolate. So you can come back to me and I'm going to sneak a little bit of Kahlua in my hot chocolate and I can show you it when it's done.
Very good. It's perfect for a cold day. I have the craving for hot chocolate now too.
No, well, it was supposed to be a cold day, but for some reason the rest of it is freezing cold and we seem to be nice and warm.
Well, it's good to be in California today. My husband just said that there is all of the water pipe or a lot of water pipes in Texas bursting because they're frozen and oh my Lord.
Yeah. Oh, and I do have something else to say. You can also use Frangelico. That is a beautiful flavour as well. So, yeah. So come back to me in about 3.5 minutes and I will show you the end result.
Great. I think while you are mixing your hot chocolate, I will just show you my health shot. It's something that I swear by. It's like my magic potion, and it's the apple cider shot. And as you can see, the Thermomix has turned off. It will always turn itself off if you haven't touched it for 15 minutes. So it's a great way of knowing that your Thermomix is safe, even if you leave the house. And of course, I added it to my week. And I've added all of the other great recipes to my week as well. So it may take a minute to populate. And this is the Fire Apple Cider Vinegar Shot. And I literally swear, as I said, I swear by it. If I have just a little tingle in my throat, I gargle with the shot and then I drink it, because then it clears out like the nasal passage. And it also helps with digestion. So it's an all-around healer. And I have convinced many people, including my husband, who hates the smell of it. So this is how powerful it is. It's really the nature medicine cabinet, if you can say so. And I will do, just like Sandra doesn't want to have it for our entire neighborhood, I'm just cutting the portion by half. And yes, hopefully the Thermomix will be able to switch to like half of the portions, hopefully sometime in the future. I will start with not 10 ounces of water, but 5 ounces of water. And I think by now you all know the weighing function here. And since it's ounce, you can tell that it's a US recipe. And then I'm adding 5 ounces of apple cider vinegar. Get the one with the mother. The mother is like the little sedative ingredient that has all of the biotics that you need. And we add some honey. So I will add a little less honey than the 2.5, because it is quite intense. It's very intense. And all I do is insert measuring cup and heat it up for 6 minutes, 200 Fahrenheit, to really get all of the feel out. Turn speed to 2. And Gwen, has it been 4 minutes?
Taina, what's the name of the recipe again that you're asking us?
I will put it in the chat. It's the Fire, hold on, it's in my week. Fire Apple Cider Vinegar Shot. I'll put it in the Zoom chat. And I'll go on mute.
So I have 20 seconds left on the Thermomix. I can feel it's getting nice and hot It's up to temperature. I'm just going to give it a bit of a turn up just so I can froth that milk up a bit. It's not a frothy hot chocolate, but why not? Okay. Oh my goodness. If you could smell that. Ah, look, why don't I just do this instead, show you. Beautiful hot chocolate and a really clean bowl. It's very hard, that's very dark, isn't it? But there's no chocolate left on the sides of that jug, just chocolate milk. And because I can, a little shot of Kahlua or Frangelico or Irish whiskey, and you have yourself a beautiful hot chocolate. Perfect. So the moral of the story is don't pre-clean, clean with the milk this time.
Oh, I love it. And Gwen, what's your, sorry, I forgot to ask Roslaine. Gwen, what's your favorite recipe?
Oh, we are in the middle of a new phase in our Thermomix dinners. We are loving the Asian stir fry with noodles.
Okay.
If you've tried it, it's perfect. It uses the simmer function. It creates, you make your own sauce. You simmer the meat, which is just comes out tender and brown. You simmer the veggies, and then you put them to one side in the thermo server, keeps everything warm, and then you use the kettle function and you cook the noodles, and then you mix it all together. It is perfection. It makes the stir fry better than the wok.
Oh, wow. And is that a Cook I Do recipe?
Cook I Do recipe, yeah.
We can add that to the notes.
Sure, I will send that to you so everyone has it, because it's so good. I can't begin to explain how good it is. If we could have it twice a week, we would. But yeah, it's definitely an early week rotation.
And isn't it funny how, at least that happens to me, I have a new favorite like every few weeks. I have oh, here's my new favorite. I discovered a new favorite.
Yeah. I think there's a bit of going on, so my dog is going berserk. So sorry.
I think your dog needs some of my apple cider vinegar shot in a little bit. Thank you, Gwen.
Thank you. I'm going to put myself on mute.
Okay. Okay, from chocolate delights to the real happy hour content. Amy, are you ready to share with us your mojito recipe?
Hi, yes, I'm ready. Yeah, I wanted to show you all how to make a really great cocktail. I love this one because it's so refreshing and it just is so quick and easy to make. And it uses great ingredients. I'll show you the ingredients. We've got sugar, ice cubes, lime, fresh mint, white rum, and then some tonic water. So it's so quick, so easy, and I'll show you. We'll get started.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start by adding sugar. One of my favorite functions on Thermomix is how you can make sugar, raw sugar, into powdered sugar. So I'll show you how we do that. So it's grinding the sugar. Let's speed 10 to 10 seconds, and then I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Woo. Like magic.
And Amy, quick question, I missed it. Did you add anything to the powdered sugar, or is that just sugar?
It's just sugar.
It's just sugar. Okay. As a tip, it's also a good idea to add maybe some mint leaves to it, or if you prepare another dish, you can add some basil leaves or you can add, of course, a vanilla bean, or you can add lemon rind, little lemon zest to do like a lemon powdered sugar.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, can spice it even up, even further up.
All right, next I'm gonna add in 10 ounces of ice cubes. Next. Okay. Making a perfect ice.
You have to dance now while it's, yeah, you have to dance.
Okay, next we're gonna add the limes. They are peeled and quartered. The limes I got at the market are absolutely enormous. So I use 1.5. They're like the biggest limes I've ever seen.
Wow.
They smell amazing. Okay, so I'll add our lime in.
And I'll share the recipe in the chat.
Thank you. And then we're also gonna add in fresh mint, about 20 leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It's really quite stormy where you are, Amy. I see your backyard moving.
Yeah. Okay. Pop the lid on. And then muddling the flavors together. You can already smell it. It smells amazing. Okay.
I bet your husband's like, when is this happy hour over?
So now it's just like a mint and lime
mush.
ice mush. But it smells so refreshing. Great. Now, for the fun part, we get to add the white rum. 3 ounces, but I suppose you could add more or less. Exactly 3, wow. Next. Lid back on. And now it's just mixing it.
Nice. Have you made other cocktails that you enjoyed already with the Thermomix so far?
This is the first one we did a couple of weeks ago, and I've done it about 3 or 4 times since. It's so good.
You kind of get stuck with the one you started with. I'm honestly the same way with the margarita. That's like the mojito I've done a few times, but the margarita is just so simple and amazing that we always come back to it.
I'm definitely going to try that one. Okay, so now I'm just going to pour it into a glass. Hopefully without spilling it. Yum. Top it off with some tonic water. And then you get to decorate it with some lime and fresh mint. You can see?
Beautiful. And
Wow.
That's the perfect start to get your dinner cooking now with the mojito in hand.
Absolutely.
That's what I love about Thermomix. Like, why don't you just invite friends? You make a cocktail, and while you're enjoying the cocktail, you can make the main item, the main dish.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, Amy, what have you found to be one of your favorite recipes so far?
Well, we're also big fans of the pizza dough. The kids love it. Everyone loves that. It's great. It's delicious. But recently, we've been doing the veggie chili. It's actually delicious. It's so good.
You say it as if it shouldn't be.
Well, you know what? It doesn't sound like the most glamorous of meals, but it is great. We all enjoy that one.
Great.
And also chicken soup. Chicken soup is big. The chicken fajita soup. Great.
And the tortilla soup is delicious.
It's great, yeah.
And what do you say about the artisan bread? It's not so good and easy.
I haven't made it yet.
No, really?
I've made it. I make it every 2 weeks. It's great. It's
And do you
awesome.
know one thing that I do? I put some black olives with the dough, and you add a little bit more flour, and the bread is amazing. Oh, it's really good. And one thing that we need to say, Taina, is if you want to become a consultant, Taina will send you all the information about this presentation, and we would love to have you enjoying this team or another
Absolutely.
team around the US.
Around the US, because it's really all about sharing your passion, sharing your food. If you do not yet have a Thermomix, then this is one of the host gifts that you can earn. You can also earn discount on a second mixing bowl and a couple of other host gifts that we have available. And if you enjoy the Thermomix, it would be wonderful if you could recommend us to your friends, or join us and receive up to $350 just for your first customer. And joining is free. It's a 2 to 3 hour online training with the support of all of us. So if it's just to inspire a neighbor or start a business, you can do all of it while feeding your family and working from your kitchen with your dogs running around. So perfect combination. So thank you so much, Amy. My cider drink is ready. So you can see the red lights on, meaning that the bowl is hot. Everything else is cool to the touch. And my next step is just to transfer it to a jug. Woo.
What a nice jar. Where did you get it?
Well, this one, you can earn as a consultant a similar one, but this one is from a big Swedish furniture house. But you can earn as a consultant, you can earn a glass jar from Gwen, which is a cooperation partner of Thermomix, and they produce the mixing bowl. It's a French company. So now just pour yourself a shot. And the best part is add a little cayenne pepper on top of it. Ooh. And I don't dare to have it here live because I'm not sure how much cayenne pepper is in there, but I'll have the shot eventually. And this pretty much concludes our session. So we hope that we have inspired you to see the variety of the Thermomix just when it comes to drinks. I mean, just imagine what it can do with meals and soups and breads. So there's so many options. And I wanted to see if there's any questions or comments from our audience. I know we said until 5:30, we're a few minutes over, but we'd love your questions or feedback, or what else would you like to see? What are you curious about? If you have a Thermomix, which skills would you like to polish? So let us know by going off mute, by going in the chat, and just provide us some feedback, because we really want to make sure that the content that we present is helpful to you. So we'd love to hear your thoughts. Just wanted to check if there's any questions on Facebook. Can I watch this video again later? I missed some of it. Yes, so we will send everybody a link to the YouTube video, and you can watch it later. You can share it with your friends. And I will, as I said, I will send out in an email all of the recipes that you saw today, and also the link or the information for all of us that have presented to you today. And we'd all love to have a cooking session with you if you are not a Thermomix user yet. And if you are a Thermomix user, we'd love to schedule another Get Cooking session with you where you can invite your friends, even virtually. I mean, how easy is that? You don't even have to clean your house.
Yes.
And you can invite your friends and you can virtually cook together. You know, it's nothing's better than doing it in person, but we have to take second best for now. And with that, just checking the chat. With that, I wanted to thank Sandra again for her plant-based fun drink. Thank you. Roslaine for the coffee specialty. One thing I wanted to add, my favorite function now with the Thermomix is the cleaning function. So what Gwen did so beautifully with the milk and the Kahlua, I so appreciate the pre-clean function. It makes it even easier to clean the bowl. I always say the pre-clean function is like my 10-year-old cleaning the bowl. So it's like 80% there, not 100, but the maximum of the way has been cleaned. Good. So Gwen, thank you for adding some Kahlua to our life, spice up our life. And
life's much better with some Kahlua, isn't it?
Yes, of course. And thank you, Amy, for your beautiful mojito. So, and I'd like to ask all of the presenters to stay on so that we can take a beautiful picture with our final results and add that to the YouTube video.
Gotta refill it.
And please let us know what sessions would be helpful to you. I do have a bunch of Zoom cooking sessions already on my YouTube channel, like a Varoma and various other channels. So we're probably looking to do another session like this in March, maybe with a topic of green food, maybe something else. So please send us your ideas. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, Kahlua special. Who knows?
Maybe there is a green Kahlua special that Gwen can come up with.
I'm sure I can work it in somehow.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. We hope you enjoy your Thermomix. We hope you spread the word, because that's the only way we can get this community growing, one recipe at a time, one person at a time. And we'd love to hear your questions and be there for you and cook with you and just spice up your life just a little bit more. So thank you so much. Till next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers. Au revoir. I will take the shot now. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye. The coffee is really good.
I haven't tried the mojito yet, Amy. That's really just a part. I'm going to do
Very light, refreshing. I've already finished one. So.